Welcome back, folks. On a Macro Monday, we're going to Anheuser-Busch. We're going to have their natural light, or as we like to call it, the natty light. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking. It is Macro Monday, everybody's favorite Monday, being that it is the first Monday of the month. We are going to be reviewing a macro beer today. Before we get there, be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell, check us out on social media. Links are below. Come say hey in our Discord chat server. We would love to see you there. And I've got Andy in the attic and Jay. I am Ben. Why are we wearing some national championship Ole Miss baseball stuff today, gentlemen?
Because we're going to have the natty light. Going to have the good old natural light from Anheuser-Busch. So we like to promote the natty.
Do a little,
as well as showers in right. As tradition amongst the Ole Miss student section in right field, when a home run is hit by the home team, they do beer showers. And natural light is, they admitted that it is very popular amongst the college crowd because of its price. And you can get it in 30 packs. So
let's roll.
So let's go. And I want to show y'all. We've got the current label, but they're currently doing some throwback cans.
You got a 16 ouncer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was 32 or 16 ounce, and I wasn't and this was the 6-pack. So
yeah, I got the 6-pack of the regular.
Oh, you got a 6-pack. Wow.
I wanted to take the opportunity to get the throwback can. And I call it a throwback because just like fishing, when you don't want it, you throw it back.
Look at that nice translucent color.
Yeah. And
it's more like what it looks like going out.
Whoa. You got a hole there, Andrew?
It seemed like it. That's my sloppy pour.
You lost a little bit of your natty light.
Oh, darn. Listen to me being biased already.
Yes.
I haven't even tried it.
We haven't even had it yet.
Look at that.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Here's the Macro Monday.
The taste of youth.
The thing we do for our fan.
Right. Here's to you, fan.
Yes.
Ooh.
Is there beer in here? It's like water.
It's like water. Yeah.
Okay. So, natural light. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 4.2%. I didn't get a IBU on it, but it said 95 calories. So I guess that's what it's trying to advertise as. It is an American light lager. So that's got its own category, the American light lager. So they use a high amount of cereal adjuncts like rice or corn to make this.
Make this as cheaply as possible.
Yes. This was first introduced by Anheuser-Busch on July 3rd, 1977.
Says on the can.
Yep. Water. It's made of water, barley malt, cereal grains, yeast, and hops. It was brewed to compete with Miller Lite. And this was actually, this natural light was Anheuser-Busch's first widely distributed light beer, not Bud Light.
Wow.
So it was originally called Anheuser-Busch Natural Light. That was the whole name. And then they originally priced it at Budweiser levels. So, Budweiser and I will say Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. We reviewed Macro Monday Budweiser in the back. So go look at our old Budweiser review. You may want to put the link down below, Ben. So
I'll
you can
forget.
see the history of Anheuser-Busch and interesting history on how Budweiser came to the States. So it was priced at Budweiser levels for a long period of time. Budweiser was considered a premium beer. So Natural Light, starting in the 70s and 1977, was premium priced. Yeah, I guess you didn't see college students crushing Natural Lights back in 77. So they shortened the name and reformulated it to have a similar taste, but fewer calories. So I'm guessing it's similar taste, but not the same taste. And then they repriced it downward through the years, and especially after Bud Light was introduced in 1981. And that's where we are now. So this is, and again, we said they admitted this is popular amongst college students. It is priced low to sell high, and it is used for going out to the games, backyard fun, late night shenanigans, beer pong, flip cup, die. I mean,
you name
it. If there's a game that needs a large amount of beer, Natty Light is probably going to be there.
Yep. I
still. So anybody not had this before?
Oh, this.
I'm kidding, of course.
So yeah, I mean, this is one of the first beers that I drank. So
I just can't remember the last time I had it.
I can't. It's one that my folks keep in the fridge as their regular. So.
Well, we'll say this: it goes like down easy. Yeah, it's
that is true.
It is smooth.
Well, Jay, since you seem to store it, or your parents store it, in mass, if you will, why don't you go first?
It's easy to do. You just go to the grocery once, and yeah, I'll be happy. It tastes kind of like I remember it, although a little bit more watered down, I guess, because we've gotten so much into all the crafts and the malts and the hops, and it took me a long time to get into some of the hoppy beers, and now when we go back and we drink things like these macros that are so light and so easy, they have no flavor in a lot of ways. But this one's smooth and it goes down easy. I'll give it a 6. I can drink it over and over again. It's not something I'm going to seek, but if it's there and there's nothing else, I'll grab it.
All right, Andy, what say you?
I'm actually, Jay, I'm actually surprised. It tastes a lot better than I remember it tasting. And what was our last macro? No, the last the Pabst. I think it tastes better than Pabst to me. And I used Miller Lite a lot as my filler beer. So, I mean, I might, alternate this every now and then as when your taste buds are shot and you can still taste a little bit, but you just want to continue your level. It's not a bad alternative. It does taste like water. It's smooth, but it doesn't have an offensive taste. So I'm not, completely turned off of it. I think I created a negative bias. I'm sorry, Natural Light. You surprised me. I was expecting to give it a much worse score. So I don't know. After I research these things, I kind of form a relationship with it, and I want to like it after I put so much time into it. But I mean, it's actually, I think it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I'll give it a 5.5.
Yeah, and plus it's got the low calories. I mean, if you're
I know
if you're looking for those like the Mick Ultra advertises or others, I mean, Miller Lite, this is right there with them.
I think,
and it's cheaper.
Pouring it into the glass helped.
Probably gets rid of some of that carbonation.
I'm not so feeling. I can get more as Ben. Yeah, maybe I'm going to take some sips out of this. Ben, I'm going to tug on this. You talk.
No. Um, I'll agree. I mean, you drinking as much craft beer as the three of us do, whether we're doing it for the show or, off camera, off air, whatever you want to call it. You kind of, you kind of want to put your nose up to a natty light or any really a lot of these macros. And, I was recently at a wedding where, I didn't have a whole lot of choice and, I had a Mick Ultra and a Miller Lite, actually just yesterday. Um, I think that natural light comes in on par with those. Like I kind of in my mind, it was going to be lesser, than those as far as just kind of what you get. It is extremely watered down. And I was thinking back as, Jay was kind of talking about, the beers that we used to drink and whatnot. And how we've kind of gotten used to drinking the craft beers. I'm thinking back to the very first beer that I had, which was a Bud Light, and man, I thought that the flavor of it was so over the top. Where think about something like this and how much now I think it tastes like water. I mean it is smooth, it's easy to drink because there isn't much flavor there. I think I think you made a great point there, Andy, and I don't know if you'll agree now, but yeah, drinking it out of a glass is miles better than drinking it out of the can for me. You get a little more of the flavor, but you get that carbonation, and the flavor's not the best part about it, probably, as we've discussed. So I'll disagree, though, as far as the filler beer, Pabst. For me, I like my Pabst better, just because I feel like it has a little more flavor to it. So I'd kind of rather have that than this one. Not terrible. I'd drink it again if somebody hands me one, or I'm at a situation where that's what they got. I'm not gonna say no, but it's definitely going to be the last thing I reach for if I have an option. Let's put it that way. But for what it is, I mean, it's fine. It's what you're going to get more or less with it. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 5. It's right smack dab in the middle of our scale for me because of that.
I will say, after going back and forth, to reinforce what you said, out of the glass is better.
Interesting.
I mean, it's for me that fits with every beer I've ever had. I think I mean, if I can help it, I don't ever drink a beer out of a glass. I'm sorry, out of a can or a bottle. I'm always drinking it out of a glass, personally. So well, we'll just roll right along. 5.5 is where it comes out. Yeah, if you need a cheap beer for whatever recreational purpose, Natty Light can be one that you might want to consider picking up, because I want to say it probably comes in cheaper than even some of the maybe the Miller Lights and the Pabst and whatnot.
Miller Coors.
Yeah.
Because I know like my 16 ounces I found for I think $8.99.
Mine was under $9.
Yeah,
my 16-ounce 6-pack.
Yeah.
Plus, you can buy 30 packs. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy the 15 pack for, I think it was like maybe 12.
Yeah.
I think, but I just didn't want 15. So
Right.
I still don't want 15. So even after the review,
I'm surprised you didn't go for the 132 ounce.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't
was gonna
find
say
one.
they sell the singles.
Yeah, you
I
can go to
couldn't
a
find
gas
one.
station. Gas station.
I went to 3 places looking for a single. I couldn't find a single one.
Really?
They had the
That's because people love it, man.
Yeah, I guess. I saw
It's sold
15
out.
packs.
They can't keep it on the shelves.
I saw 15 packs and I saw the 6 packs, but I did not see a single, because that's what I was looking for. Anyway, if you have tried Natty Light, and I'm sure many of you have, let us know what you think. If it's been a while, hey, go buy a single if you see one and give it a shot. I mean, if you're like us and you're watching these videos, I'm assuming that you enjoy trying different beer, and Maybe like us, you haven't visited some of these macros in a while, and it's a good exercise, I think, just to kind of, at least for us, remind us what we used to drink and what we've moved away from, and maybe why we've moved away from. And then I think we've been pleasantly surprised in other cases too. So
Revisit our roots.
exactly. So with that, appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. Check us out on the social medias. Links are below. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I am Ben. Hotty toddy for the Natty Light and the National Championship of Ole Miss. And cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.